But for now, we move to, our favorite segment on the show, really, because we literally get to tell you what's happening in town or in a location very close to you. So your weekend is, a little spiced up, boring. Exactly. So,
Yep.
I think it's only appropriate we start the what's happening segment with the Agri Fair, right?
I agree.
Yeah, if we talk about it, too. It's not happening this weekend.
No.
It's happening next month.
Yeah.
But it's important we start talking now.
Yes.
Right? So people can do the needful and ensure that they make their way there. And for all the people who would want to come and exhibit, showcase what they be up and doing, Bernard was telling me about the National Service farms, right? And I thought that was a great idea.
Yeah.
And apparently the farm is doing quite well. Back in Accra Academy, we also had a farm. You had a piggery, right?
Oh, you did?
We had a piggery in Accra Academy.
Where you have pigs. No?
Oh, yeah.
But it's even impossible to steal a pig.
Yeah, that's too much work.
Till
That was way too much work. And it was such it was a tax everybody hated, right? When it was your time to, so it was like...
Was it by class or by...
By hall.
By hall.
We said hall.
Okay.
Yeah. So, the worst part was cleaning the pigsty.
I can imagine. I can imagine.
I'm like, Charlie, why do you bro? I sometimes get your point about the money because you have to take your children to... because tell me why I'm cleaning a pigsty in senior high school.
Well, they say it builds character.
Oh, please.
Formation.
What character
hard
formation?
work.
And the worst part is sometimes you be giving some nose marks, right?
And it doesn't help.
And gloves. But sometimes they don't gloves some way. They clean the tears, Charlie. And the pig too, Charlie.
But did you guys get to enjoy it or was it being sold?
I think there were a couple of times when the pantry, did something. I don't know. I don't even remember.
But you don't remember eating
I don't remember
pork
eating pork
at school?
In school. I don't remember. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But we had a chicken, a livestock, farm as well, where the chickens were laying eggs, some of which were being served at dining hall. So that was great. So I'm also happy to see that National Service is also taking this up, and there are so many other companies, doing this.
Yeah.
And for me, another interesting part of the Agri Fair is the fact that there'll be like seminars, right, to help people know how to start. Some people have the idea, they have, they have the passion. They even have like the resources to start, right? But that little technical knowledge, is where
they fall short.
Exactly. So this is going to help us, position ourselves. So
yeah, there are also business clinics. So yeah, if you want to know how to start a farm or if you want to take your farm to the next level, just come to the Agri Fair 2025, June, and you'll come and meet all the top agro producers, exporters, and all the business people, and then you can just come and scale up your business or start something for yourself. So yeah, I mean, this is why I'll be shopping on the June. Shop and go and freeze it. And then for the next month or so, you won't think about where to get food, because I bought yam for 60 cedis and I almost had a mini heart attack. Yam, 1 tube, but it's not even like a
60 cedis.
60 cedis.
You don't mean it.
I was like, wow.
To be fair, the FABAC chairman was on point of view on Wednesday, Mr. John Awuni, and he said the same thing. He said he sent his driver to go and buy yam. He gave him money, and he comes back with only 2. And ideally, that should buy.
Is he not the same person who said we shouldn't be lazy, we should move around?
I've not heard him say that.
You shouldn't stay at one place. You should move around the market and find cheaper alternatives.
I've not heard him say. I've not heard him say that, but
I heard him say it, and I read
it. Anyway, so yeah, I think it's great. So agribusiness and innovators, people who have a lot of passion for the sector is big, is huge. There's so much potential, right? And the fact that beyond just the ability for us to feed ourselves as a people. It has significant implications for our economy, right? If agribusiness or agriculture sector is doing well, it directly impacts on our ability to export, which then also helps our economy. Now we are talking about the city. Everybody's praying it gets below 10, right? Some people want it to go as low as 5. I'm like, guys, calm down. It doesn't really work that way, right? But a way we can do this is to pay attention to agriculture. For a lot of time, people have said that, see, the structure of our economy is wrong. We are too heavily dependent on importing. Everything we want to import. Everything we want to import. So much that Niger, right, we bring in a lot of onions from there.
Yeah.
There was an issue recently, and all of a sudden we were found wanting.
Yeah.
From a country as Niger, mind you, a lot of their citizens are even on our streets begging, right? And we've not been self-sufficient in a manner so much that we can't even produce enough onions we need for ourselves. So I think it's a step in the right direction that we highlight the potential within the sector, right? Because, like I said, it has direct implications on the economy and our ability to become self-sufficient as a people. We need to change the structure. Not every day import. Let's help people expand. Let's help people scale up. Let them also have capacity to now start exporting.
Yeah.
You know.
I hope this also changes the notion that, farming is the recourse for certain but then sometimes you can't blame us. See, you were put in a piggery at school and then you hated it.
Ew.
And it was some form of punishment when you were in essence.
Yeah, so it's a mindset.
Yes,
it's a mindset
we need to
thing.
adjust the mindset.
It's a mindset thing.
It was traumatizing. We go to the school farm, go and weed.
It was, but that's not all there is to farming. That's what people need to understand.
Exactly. So we need to reset our minds.
There's so much more. Like
more to it.
There are, you can have other professionals within farming, right? So, for example, even if you're a communicator, right, for an agribusiness, how do you go about your communication plan so as to, scale up the business?
Exactly.
Or the module.
So the Agri Fair
is
a place to be, happening on the 20th to the 22nd of June 2025 at the Ifwa Sutherland Park.
And I like the fact that the Exim Bank is on, right? Because, they are mainly responsible for, putting in place the necessary structures to help us, send our products outside businesses, look for markets outside the jurisdiction of our country. The Development Bank Ghana is also on board, right? So this is great. Hopefully a few more like-minded, corporate organizations come on board. Let's join forces. Let's make this big, because at the end of the day, we have one country to build.
Yeah, shout out to Legacy Corp International as well for coming on board.
That being said,
have you tasted rabbit meat before?
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah, back in the day on Sports Panorama, they used to bring us some. I've forgotten his name.
I think we're telling how it tastes great, so it's like never.
They say rabbit is a pet. How can you tell me rabbit is a pet?
Oh, it is a pet.
Oh, please,
we used to have a rabbit. It destroyed all our shoes, but it is a pet.
You were keeping the rabbit as a pet?
Yes.
Because of what?
Because it's a pet. But the meat is nice.
And
that doesn't cancel the fact
a cat
that
is a what?
A cat is also a pet.
Will you eat a cat?
I have tasted a cat's meat before by accident, but I'll never eat cat again.
No, I'll ask you a
At
question.
least if I know. What?
Will you eat cat meat?
No.
Will you eat dog meat?
No.
But dogs and cats are pets.
Yes.
But you eat rabbit.
Yeah, but a rabbit is also a pet, or can be a pet.
No, but if you eat dog and cat because they are pets, why you eat rabbit? Why you eat rabbit and say it's a pet?
It's a pet.
Please, rabbit is
like if it's my pet, I won't eat it.
What are you talking about?
But these ones are being bred to be eaten.
Will you keep chicken as a pet?
Pets. No.
Thank you.
But I have a friend who has a chicken as a pet.
Please, that is borderline mental.
And she's even named it.
Please, it's borderline
plus
mental.
Plus the little chicks that it gives birth to is the most hilarious thing ever.
It's borderline mental. My point is that if you eat it, it's not
a pet.
Let's be see, So yeah, it's great, and I can't wait to be a part of this. The trial or the trio. Depending on which basic school you went to. The trio. It's a musical concert featuring opera singers.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
And someone will come, hallelujah. And I say, I have to be serious. Yeah, okay. I remember Kokwi Salome.
Hey, Kokwi's voice there. What a town.
I tell you, no, shout outs.
Hi, Kokwi. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Kokwi's voice. Oh my goodness.
Shout outs to Kokwi Salome. The Kokwi. Yeah, so it's a musical concert featuring opera singers, a tenor, soprano, and baritone. Yep. Which one do you sing?
Soprano.
Soprano.
But not that kind of soprano. Let me issue a disclaimer quickly. Not that kind of soprano.
Yeah. So they'll be performing a curated selection of opera arias. The event will take place at the British Council on today.
On today, okay.
At 6:30 p.m.
Right.
And the tickets are going for a cool $150 for regular, and a VIP that you get like a signed copy of Guy Bertrand's work or collection is going for 250 CDs. So yeah, on the bill is Esther Adams, Ahin, Guy
Breakfast
Bertrand.
Daily.
Really?
Yeah, they were on Breakfast Daily, and they sounded really, really, really good. And
amazing,
Upside Down as well. They sounded really, really, really good.
Amazing. I should really probably join them. But talking about voices, coming up pretty shortly is an amazing young artist, right? He is the correct voice. Mine is just, mine is a joke, right? So Ash Benny is on standby. He's going to electrify the place.
Yes,
no, he'll be major guy. Charlie, you hear I'm doing the rehearsal?
Yeah, I did.
I
did.
Brutal.
Yeah, testing my 1-2.0.
Amazing. So that's all time will allow us for our What's Happening segments. Thank you so much for being a part of this. We'll take a quick break. When we are back, there's a lot more right here on Breakfast Daily Weekend. Don't go away.